Firstly, a really quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. Whether you're learning how to play guitar or roller skate, Skillshare is a fantastic resource to improve and acquire new skills. Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here from the Retro Future. Homeboy 88. I'm really confused. I bought this on Sendico. Now, this is obviously a retail sold thing. It's in a very nice little bit of packaging, the glossiest box known to mankind, and I've never heard of it. The entire box is littered in Japanese. I paid 9,000 yen for it on Sendico, which is around about $80 or something like that. I'll put the conversion up on the screen. So obviously, quite an expensive thing. However, I did find a Japanese YouTuber who had done a video on this thing, and in the description I translated it and it said 3,980 yen. So that's around £30 or about $40. So that's really cheap. Now, don't ask me where to get this. Please do not ask me where to get this. I've searched high and low to try and find it. Sendico is a proxy service which I use to bid on things on Yahoo Auctions, which is where this thing is from. I'm sure there is probably a retail store that sells this, but I cannot find it anywhere. Obviously, it's a Japanese product. So it's called the Homeboy 88, and that's just about the only English on this thing. However, I have translated the back of it, which has a lot more writing. So up here is basically just the names of each of the little things going on. So you've just got all of the buttons and the ports, and it shows the controller over here, which is a Super Nintendo knockoff controller. Down here is exactly the same, just different angles of it. And then over here, we have please read carefully before purchase. This product does not come with a game cassette, however it does have 88 games built in. The product has been certified as compatible with all Game Boy Advance software. You may not, please note, do not insert or remove the cassette while power lamp of the main unit is on. This may damage the saved data or cause product failure. Game Boy Advance and GBA are registered trademarks of Nintendo. This product is an original product of P&K Corporation. So maybe you can find something about their website through that. So that's just about it really. Obviously you can see that it's made to look sort of like a Game Boy Advance cartridge, but that is enough waffle. Let's take a look inside. So we have a couple of manuals and leaflets and stuff here, which is of no use to me whatsoever. So here is the SNES controller. As I said, I'm sure you can use an official one. I really don't see why you couldn't. It feels absolutely fine though. It's kind of like GameCube. It's GameCube colors, but it feels like the plastic of a GameCube. And to be honest with you, the buttons feel really, really good. They're not too spongy, nice and definitive. Obviously, they've used really high quality membranes under here. The D-pad, one of the best unofficial D-pads I have ever felt in my life. No joke. Feels very, very good. So nice long cord as well. That's really helpful always. Also included in here is the AV cable and a USB power brick, as well as a micro USB cable, which is how you give this thing power. So here is the actual thing itself, and it's very cute. It clearly looks like an oversized Game Boy cartridge, and I really like the design of that, to be honest with you. You've even got the little lines on the back. These rubber feet, by the way, I can lift up my table sooner than I can actually move the console. So they've used some of the best rubber feet available on the market. So you have a very jiggly little power button, you've got a reset button, there's the cartridge slot, LED indicator, SNES controller port, obviously no two-player control, that would not work, DC in on the back, as well as your AV. How does it play? Turning the Homeboy 88 on, you are greeted with quite possibly one of the worst looking menu systems I have ever seen. There are 88 of all of your faves, such as Roadman. For those of you who haven't heard of Roadman, it's a very simple game whereby you have to drive your pink little ice cream van across the road. But watch out, there are perilous holes in the road which you can patch by simply pressing A on the correct road piece. Pressing the reset button engages the GBA game function and plays whatever game is in the system, in my case, the EverDrive. Starting off with a bit of Super Circuit, we can see the system is smooth and plays the correct speed, the colours are vibrant and it sounds perfect. Now immediately, it is obvious there is no definition in the image. Obviously the GBA screen is far smaller than any device we're going to be playing this back on, so we can see more than ever the pixels which make up the images. Straight lines you can get away with, but slants and curves look like a blurry mess. What's also a mess is me playing this game. Moving on to a different game, I think we can all agree, although this isn't pixel perfect, it's still bloody cool. And you have to remember, this retailed at £30. Other modern made consoles such as Analog Stuff costs hundreds. Included in my listing in Sendico was a TV upscaler which converts AV to HDMI. But as far as I could tell, this really wasn't making a big difference. Presumably this is just so you can play on a modern TV which doesn't have AV. I have to say this works as a product very well. Homebrew GBA consolizer kits are in high demand and are very expensive, and even if this thing was sold for double or even triple the price, I still think lots of people would buy it, and maybe selling them for $100 would mean that they could improve the image quality and build quality. So how does it look on a modern big TV? Well, the answer is decent. Sitting back on your sofa, the image is solid. Colours and sounds are fantastic. Moving closer, you can clearly see what can only be described as smudginess. But in what scenario would you need to be this close? So yeah, I really like it. I think it's a really cool product. I'm sorry that I can't just leave a link to an eBay listing where you can all go out and buy it. If you can find a listing where you can get it from, please tweet me or leave a comment and I'll try and pin that so that people can buy it. But for now, if you can find one on Sendico, obviously, that's going to be your best bet. So I thought what we could do is open it up and see what the inside looks like. Is this some sort of a system on a chip, or is there an actual piece of hardware in here that is playing these games and reading them natively? Let's take a look. Oh, maybe we should flip it open like that. Okay. Actually, I don't know why I said that, because I'm not an expert and I'm not going to be able to tell, really. Immediately, it looks pretty low quality inside. I guess, you know, you have to remember this is a £30 device or $40. So it's not looking like the highest of quality things in the world. The inside of it really isn't the highest of quality. There's a lot of hot glue stringing around. There's some weird residue on the motherboard and stuff. However, it does look like an actual competent piece of kit. I don't think it's a software emulation. I do actually think this is some sort of a hardware clone, but if I'm completely honest, I don't actually know. But maybe you can judge and let me know. I believe that's just going to be to do with the video and the power. So whatever this is what's actually playing those games. So maybe it is just an entire system on a chip thing. There's no chips there that we can read any code numbers from at all, because it's a big black inconspicuous blob. But hopefully you've all enjoyed this video nonetheless. Again, a little bit of a letdown of a video, considering I can't just give you a link to go and buy one. But I think it's quite an interesting little piece of kit, and no one's covered it who's English, at least. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. And big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Had I known Japanese, I wouldn't have needed to have used Google Translate. Skillshare has a fantastic library of high quality professional classes to help you learn different languages such as Japanese. Or if that doesn't interest you, don't worry, there's tens of thousands of other lessons on there, from photography to food to art, you name it. and Skillshare is offering the first 500 subscribers who click the link in the description below to get 2 free months of premium membership, so you can explore your creativity. After that, a membership is less than $10 a month, which is not a very high price to pay considering the resources offered. I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.